The policies that this government are putting forward in their budget tomorrow and over the last 7 years. We've seen over the last 7 years the living standards of the majority drop.
Our NHS, our schools, our transport system, our water and energy is being sold off from underneath our nose. Deliberate or not, the results are exactly the same. The Tory ideology, that individualist, dog-eat-dog mantra, the same ideology that blames poverty on the poor and ascribes to the laughable notion that capitalism is a force for good in society must be defeated. Yeah. I truly believe we are on our way to creating that system. Thank you very much.
I want to congratulate the People's Assembly for such a brilliant visualisation of what it's like to live in Tory Britain at the moment. I think the food bank is fantastic, and I hope it stays here as a message to Theresa May and the Tories that their cuts are hurting people, that their cuts are killing people. I want to spend a few minutes talking to you about the funding crisis that is affecting our schools, because this government is making deliberate choices. It's making deliberate choices about its economic priorities, and that is affecting the fabric of our society, the very cornerstones of our society and our infrastructure and our public services. And that is so apparent in education at the moment. Please do encourage your friends and your colleagues to join them. We're fighting for education, we're fighting for public services. Well done, let's keep up the fight. We can change things around. Thank you very much.
Universal credit was designed to punish and impoverish people on benefits. It was designed to force and bully people into low-paid, insecure employment. It was designed to exploit people, to line the wallets of the rich. We must demand nothing less than the complete abolition of universal credit.
I ask myself, when you have an emergency like you have in this country today, where millions of people don't have food, where millions of people don't have houses, if this was a war, they would find a task force. If this was a war, they would have an emergency budget to build new aircraft carriers, to send planes to bomb people. But when it's about us, when it's about the poor, they don't have the money for any of these things. And we have to do everything that we can to fight, to change society, to get out on the streets, to go out on strike, to do all those things. It is only by taking that kind of action, backed up by the politicians who support us in Parliament, it's only by doing that that we can get the Tories out. And we cannot afford to waste. They are not fit to govern, and they have to be driven out. Thank you very much.
The cuts to universal credit mean that there are going to be a million more children pushed into poverty by 2022.
The People's Assembly Against Austerity has done so much good work over the years. People are now realising the damage that this ideology of austerity, cuts and privatisation is doing to people, is doing to families, and is doing to communities. But what we're about, and what I know you're about too, isn't just about getting rid of a Conservative Prime Minister. We're not just about getting rid of a Conservative Prime Minister. We're not just even about getting rid of a Conservative government. We're not even just about getting a Labour government. What we're about is securing a Labour government that's fit to be mentioned in the same breath as that great Labour government of 1945 to 51 that created the welfare state, built the council houses and shifted the balance of power and the economy in this country.